Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk to you about 5 things your business can do to get better control over the amount of change you're experiencing. So if your business is going through a lot of change, you're trying to grow, innovate, whatever it might be, you feel like you're constantly in different cycles of transformation, it can be hard to get a grip of all the change that's going on, and you can get burnout and fatigue, big time from employees. So these are 5 things you should really think about. For more support and help with all of these, please subscribe to my channel where I talk about change management practices, and changeproud.com will give you all the resources and support that you need. Okay, so the 5 things. So number 1, create a change portfolio and management system. So you need to build a kind of methodology, approach, system that helps you to track different change initiatives that are coming through the business and to determine where resource, time, focus, effort should be placed on each of them. So you can then properly prioritize in a portfolio where you're going to focus on now, what can be run in parallel with certain initiatives, where you could duplicate resource, where funding needs to be going to directly, and also so that you've got a system to manage when people are coming for funding from the business to initiate different changes. There's a kind of tick list to take them through to determine how fundamental is it, how much of a requirement are we going to need in terms of resource and investment, what's the impact to the business, what are the risks, etc. So creating a portfolio so that you can really manage change across the business. It might be across different functions, different geographies, depending on the scale of the business. Number 2, train the right people in the business in change management. It sounds pretty simple, but it's unbelievable how many businesses seem to be constantly going through periods of change, often lands on HR or technology or operations type, functions to manage it. And they just don't tend to have the capability required. And they don't need years of training and experience. They just need some of the basic tools and resources to help them do it more effectively. Change Proud is one platform you could go to that will give your team really, really straightforward on-demand training so they can just upskill in the areas that they want to. They can keep going into things, as and when they need. It's totally user demand, learning on demand. And I think it's really worth looking at which areas of the business tend to mostly have to kind of bear the brunt of a lot of the change we go through, and where are some of the core people that we really want to put time and development into, and also thinking about whether we need to actually bring some talent in that is fundamentally just to help manage business change. It's very normal now to have a change lead, change manager, change function who just entirely looks after change within a business if it's happening. The third thing is thinking about your risk frameworks. So what kind of things in place do you have in place now in the business to really track risk across the business in terms of regulatory risk, financial, change often comes with risk. And one of the reasons why things aren't managed effectively is there aren't effective, risk frameworks in place to foresee what's coming, to mitigate effectively and work with different areas of the business to ensure that risk is mitigated and that we're better prepared for change and better able to deal with it. Number 4 is really around making sure you've got the right business culture and supportive processes in place to help you manage the change more effectively. Ultimately, the biggest impact usually when you're going through changes is on people. Attrition, burnout, losing people to stress, etc. You really want to make sure your HR function, your people function, whatever you've got in place, has got the right supportive mechanisms within it to help employees through periods of change. So you're better ready to respond. For example, well-being training, putting in place coaches and mentors, having a standard change approach to help the business communicate and to help the business take people through periods of change with greater ease. And again, that comes back to having the right people in place with the right skills to help you do that. And the 5th one really is being mega focused on your market. What trends and disruptions are coming down the line in your market where you're going to really need to stay on top and to make sure you can manage, what might be coming. Disruptors come all the time that we can't always predict, like COVID, but a lot of the time within industries, if we invest some time and resource to staying really ahead of what's going on, we can be prepared, we can be thinking ahead about what might be impacting our business and how we can better prepare to respond to that. So those are the 5 things to really think about to get better control over managing change in your business more effectively, for lots more support with change management and with making change, effective in your business if you're looking to grow or innovate or move to different markets, attract different talent, whatever it might be that you need to do. Changeproud.com will give you loads of resource and guidance in the space of business change. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.